I could have a shoot tomorrow, I wouldn't even know about it now. It's like when someone pushes you down, like you just get back up, otherwise you're gonna stay down. Like I went to Paris for L'Oreal Paris.
Nice.
The standard thing in the casting is what's your name, what's your agency, how tall are you, how old are you, and what are your hobbies and interests. No one likes to be told no, basically, especially when it's to do with like your looks and the fact that you can't change that. You're the only person there who's going to stay throughout the rest of your life, so you've got to be there for you no matter what.
But at the start, how did you deal with the no's?
You've got to accept the fact that it's not right this time, but another time it will be. In reality, like there are going to be more prettier people than you, and you've got to accept that fact and move on with your life and just have fun with life.
And then I saw it pop up or something, you were doing modelling, but I had no clue you were even into that. So how did that path come about?
I don't even know, like in school, like I was never like the kind of confident person. Like I never like, I was the shy one in the group basically, and like I just always kind of followed, like I was like a sheep basically. And then when I came out of secondary school, I went to college, I kind of like got more out of my shell because I was kind of away from the people that I felt like kind of like I couldn't express like my true self. So I applied to like the agency that I was with beforehand because I was with them for like 2 years, then I swapped, took another one, but I applied myself to them, and then a couple of days later, like they were like, "We like you, like do you want to come in?" Like, and that evening, like we signed the contract.
No way.
So
what age was that?
17.
And that was what agency?
They're called IMM.
That's the one you're still sort of with or no?
No, so I joined them in like 2019, and then I was with them for 2 years, and then like 2.5 technically, and then the agency I'm with now are called Nevs, and they're also in London. I've been with them for like 6 months.
I see. So how did that come about again? Did somebody just...
I was like, I don't even know, like I was just like, I was into fashion anyway, but I didn't realise like that you could apply yourself and like do all that, and like I got curious and everything. That's how it started basically. I saw other people on Instagram, like influencers and like other models, and I was like, that's cool, like I want to do that. So I was like, what do I have to lose? Like if they say no, they say no, if they say yes, then great.
No way.
And then I was just like, I applied to them, and then here we are now.
No way. So you just... And what were you doing in college?
Equines, like horses.
That was at Harbury as well, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I thought I did... Because I went to Harbury... Did I see you around Harbury at all? Or not really? Because equine and sports didn't...
I feel like I saw you in like the library like once, but I was with my friends, and I feel like that was you because like I feel like one of us said hi, and we said hi, and that was just it.
Was it?
Yeah.
What is the best part of modelling at the moment? Like, what do you enjoy about it?
Probably travelling and like just meeting new people. Like every time, like every shoot is a different shoot. Like you meet new people every time you like do something. Like whether it's like a casting, whether it's a shoot day, whether you're just like kind of walking about London. Like you're always seeing new people. Like you want to interact with them because it's about connections. Like if you know someone who's like the director of, say, like I don't know, like ASOS or whatever, and like they spot you, like that's your opportunity to kind of like get yourself in there. Obviously having an agency, like they do that for you, but for yourself, if you're just like sat at home all day, like just doing nothing, watching Netflix, like you're not gonna go out and meet people who you need in order to progress your career.
Yeah. Did you find that you were quite natural at that, the networking?
It's taken time because I don't know, I'm not like a massive extroverted person. Like around the right people, like okay, like I can talk, but naturally like I'm an introvert, and like I prefer like my own space and all that. But if I have to, and I will. Like it's not like I just won't because I don't like to. Like I like to, but there are situations which I feel more comfortable in.
What sort of stuff have you done? Because I know I've seen like, what was it? JD Sports, Gymshark, ASOS, Fendi. So some big names in there.
Yeah, so I've done, do you like GHD?
I don't think I know them, but they're probably big.
They're like for like girls and stuff, like it's like hair colours, like straighteners and stuff, and I did a shoot for Speedo as well.
Nice.
I did like some jewelry stuff, and then I did a skincare brand which went into a New York billboard.
No way.
That was cool.
Or did I see that? I think I might have seen something. I think I messaged you on one of them. Where I was like, that's sick. When it was a billboard, but I didn't know if that was in Times Square?
Yeah.
Was it? I think that was when I meant. So was that the skincare brand?
Yeah, that was cool.
No way. So when you get stuff like that, that's on big billboards and like Times Square, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, like, it's surreal. Like, obviously, like, you're looking at yourself and you're just like, that's so cool, but like also at the same time, like, it's just like little me, just like on like a massive fucking board, just like doing what I do.
And also, like, people probably just walk past that every single day. Like, some people will look up and then maybe look down if you are in New York and be like, oh, it's the same girl in there.
Yeah.
But, like, for example, if I'm walking past JD, I see models on the billboards. You don't really think deeply about the sort of shoots they do. And you usually see, when you see somebody on ASOS, you'll then see them on JD. You'll then see, because do you find that you're getting more into that now? Like, people are picking you up a bit more?
I'd say like yeah and no. Like, it's hard because also at the same time, like 3 years like isn't a long time to be in modelling at all. Like, some people start when they were 14. I started when I was 17. So they've had like, what is that, like 3 years?
Yeah.
Like 3 more years to kind of like build themselves. And but then also at the same time, when you're 14, like, you haven't like matured in like your face, like your body features or whatever. So that's also like a thing, but they'll be more like mentally prepared for like what's to come in the industry. So yeah, but it is just like surreal. And it's mad because like in like New York, you've got like all them like celebrities, like Gigi Hadid could like walk down the street and like see them on board. But like I'd never know because obviously I'm not one of her friends. But it's just a mad thought to think that someone like that could see me. And
would you like to do like be a catwalk model, or what's the goal?
So the goal is to just kind of, I don't know, like, I don't want to be like massively famous because I still want that like privacy, but also like I want to be well known in my industry, because from that, like, I don't know, I think just that lifestyle of kind of meeting other models and kind of getting, I don't even know. Just,
no, I get you.
Like,
yes.
I think at the moment, like, modelling is a stepping stone to what I want to do. But also, I can't tell you what I want to do at the moment because it might not manifest if I do that.
Okay. And what makes you happy right now?
It's the little things in life for me. Like, spending time with like family and friends, doing like what I love, like going to the gym, or like, I don't know, like eating healthy, like, makes me happy because like it's good for like your body. But then also, like, I'm not afraid to have like a dirty burger because that also makes me happy as well. So I think it's just the little things. Like, I'm not, say like in like a relationship or whatever, like, I don't expect like a lot. All I expect is like trust, loyalty, like all them things. Like, I don't want like money from them because like I'm not with someone to take that money. I'm with someone because I want to like care for them, and like hopefully vice versa. So, and like with like family and whatnot, like just like spending time with them, and like, yeah, because like I feel like at the moment as well, like your parents nowadays, they're more like friends than like the parents, because you've gotten to an age where like, you kind of understand them more.
Do you live around here, or do you live in London?
No, so I live back in Cheltenham.
Okay.
So I just commute like wherever I need to go because Cheltenham's in like a really ideal place.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm still living back at home, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, it makes me save money and whatnot. Like, obviously I'm still paying like rent to my parents, but it won't be as much as whatever I'd be paying like on my own.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably gives you some extra money to commute back to London and all that sort of stuff.
You'd think, but like
No.
train tickets are stupid at the moment.
Do you get like that back from, or is that all on you?
It depends. Like, for a job, sometimes, like if it's Manchester, then I'll get like expenses paid for. But if it's London, like London clients are very stingy. So a train ticket might cost like 20 quid, for example, and they'll be like, no, because I'm being pushed out to London clients as if I lived in London because I'm with a London agency. So
I see. Can you talk about these shoots?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I like, so let's just go with that shoot last week. So it's last minute.
Mm-hmm.
What was the shoot? How come it's last minute? And how does that go about? What's the process?
So honestly, like, so for example, my first ever job, I heard about that job 6 p.m. the night before I was supposed to be at the shoot.
And was that because it was a London one, or?
Not even that, just because like they can, so they will. And like the Brussels one, obviously you have to like fly to it and like train it or whatever, Eurostar. But that one was literally like I think like 4 days before the shoot. And obviously like sometimes you have to like mentally prepare yourself that you're actually going to be flying out to like a new country and pack and stuff, and that's just what it is. But it's very spontaneous.
Yeah.
But,
Do you quite like that?
yeah, I love it. It keeps you on your toes and it's something new. Like, I couldn't ever work like a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5, but for me, like working at a computer all day, just knowing what you're going to be doing every single day, it's not for me.
And what was the routine like? So you went to Brussels, and then is it like shoot on the Wednesday and then you come back Thursday, or is it longer?
So I'd fly out. When did I leave?
I have no clue.
I don't know why I'm asking you. So I flew out, I think, on the Tuesday for the Wednesday, Thursday shoot. So I got into Brussels at like 8 p.m. Then woke up at like 7:30 the next day to start shooting at like 9. And then we finished at 4. Then had that evening to like do whatever I wanted to do. Woke up again, did like the same thing after my shoot, then travelled back. So that was a long day because it was woke up at 7:30 and then I got back at like 12 in the evening, 1 p.m.
And then
as in late in the evening.
And then what time did you get back to the UK? On the Friday, was it?
So it was on the Thursday, so I shot and then travelled back on the same day.
Okay.
And then that's why that was a long day, because I got back like in basically like Friday morning at like 1 a.m.
So then what do you do afterwards? Is it like a rest for a couple of days, then you might get another shoot, or is it like, could it be shoot, rest? Like, I'm guessing it's not, like you said, it's not all planned that far in advance.
Yeah, no.
Like next week or the week after, do you know that you got shoots?
No. It's very last minute. Like, I could have a shoot tomorrow, I wouldn't even know about it now, because like they're still finalising like all the little details, and I'm basically the last one to know about things on a shoot. Because like all they need me to do is turn up. So.
And you just turn up with your own clothes, and then they just give you whatever they want to model on you?
Yeah, like sometimes they'll ask you like, do your hair and makeup before. I've had that before. So for like Jade, when I first started, they were like, can you have like your hair straight with like a subtle makeup natural look? And I was like, sure. But other times, like now they've got an in-house makeup artist, so I'll just go with like freshly washed hair, like in my own clothes, like joggers and a crop top, and then rock up and then wash.
And what's it like in the studio, wherever you're at? Like, do you walk in, everyone greets you nicely? Like, what sort of experiences have you had?
That's a hard question, because it's very
different
in every like job you have. Like, some are much smaller, so you're in like a more intimate team, like everyone's lovely, and then you go to like JD, because it's so big, like, and there are so many people, like you have like your little team, and in that team there's like maybe like 3 or 4 people, and like you get to know them like quite well if you're working with them like every week. But all the other people, like, they're kind of just like passing by, and you're just like, you don't really form deeper bonds with anyone.
How many shoots you had with JD then?
I don't even know.
It's more than one.
Yeah.
More than one.
More than one.
More than one. And then what about ASOS and all that?
So ASOS, I've only shot with them like once, because they have tiers, so like category things. Like I was shooting the girl next door, but they have loads of other different things. If you don't fit in them, then you're not gonna get the job. And it's a very brutal industry, in all honesty. Like, you can, like, a lot of people look like you but don't look like you. And if, for example, someone looks like me but has like blue eyes, like, if that's what they want, even though they look like you, they're not going to pick you, because they want that feature to be shown on their website or for whatever that's going for.
How do you deal with that?
At the start, it was obviously like I was taking it personally because of course you are, like, you can't help the way that you look. But also at the same time, like, when you get picked for a job and you know that for example, like, you go for a casting and they request Chinese people with black hair, brown eyes, 5'5", that's me to a T. But then you've got like 50 other girls like who look like that, and then but you get the job. Like, that's a very rewarding feeling because you're like, I look like all these other girls. Obviously, they all have something different about them, but the fact that I've been picked, like, that makes me feel great because it's not like I'm not what's the word, like,
Unique or no?
yeah, like, it's like because everyone's unique, but obviously, like, in their own ways.
Yeah. Everyone's beautiful.
Everyone's beautiful. Yeah. It's an interesting industry, to say the least. Like, it's brutal and it's spontaneous and it's rewarding when it all needs to be. So,
is there something like you in your mentality that you think has helped you, like, face feedback or take feedback in a different way than other people would?
I think it's just like the people that I've surrounded myself with. Like, when you surround yourself with like-minded people, you get that mentality. If you spend time with people who I don't know, do drugs all day and sit at home watching Netflix and like stump clothes and shit, like, you're gonna be part of that. I'd say as well though, like, I don't have like loads and loads of model friends. Like, I have, say, like 2 model friends, but like it's more when I go to like shoots because you're around creative people and you're spending like a good chunk of like your day with them, and like there's not like a bad, like, it's like the energy's there, so like you're programmed to kind of like sit in that energy. And like when I don't know, like, yeah, like it's not like really my friends, it's more when I'm on shoots and like the kind of things that I've gone through and like the modelling and whatever, like, it's like when someone pushes you down, like, you just get back up, otherwise you're gonna stay down, like, and someone's gonna like keep kicking you down. So like you only really have one choice to kind of go up.
Has there been a worse experience like that comes to mind?
Not to my mind, no, but I've had like other people have like obviously had them, and like I've learned off them that it helps me.
Where's your favourite place that you've worked at country wise?
I went to Paris for L'Oreal Paris.
Nice.
Which was cool. Yeah, that was another long day because I woke up and shot and then flew back all on the same day.
No way.
So
how come? Could you stay out there? Or
well, they pay for your flights and everything, so it's like a bit cheeky to be like, oh, can you pay from like an extra thing so I can just stay another day?
Yeah.
Like, it's not really fair. And also, you got to kind of keep a good relationship with them in order to hopefully get another job from them.
Do they pick you from your personality as well? Like, if somebody's worked with you, they go, oh, I'll have her back again, or is it basically just looks?
Sometimes it is personality. Like, sometimes on castings, they'll ask girls just come in like their normal clothes. Like, for a casting, like, the standard is black jeans, black top, hair down, heels. Whereas sometimes, like, casting directors will ask you to come in like your normal clothes so they can see like kind of more who you are, and then they'll ask you to kind of, the standard thing in a casting is what's your name, what's your agency, how tall are you, how old are you, and what are your hobbies and interests. And that hobbies and interests is so important because if you're saying what everyone else is saying, then you're not, like, you're in like you're just another sheep like in that thing.
Yeah.
So you want to like just be creative, experimental. Obviously don't lie because that's like, you're not gonna be like, I don't know, I ice skate when I don't ice skate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just you gotta, that's like another thing, like in like your spare time as well, because obviously you never know when your next off day or when you're gonna be shooting is. In your spare time, like, it's good to go out and like try new things and whether that be like recently I've got into like candle making
Okay.
and like reading books
Mm.
and going to the gym and like doing all that, and like it's cool because it kind of lights a fire like within you, like that gives that more creativeness.
How do you do the candle making?
I got a little set from eBay, no, Amazon.
No way.
You melt the wax and then you just like put in some scent and then just put them in a bowl. It's that easy.
No way.
Yeah.
Why did you get into that? Was it literally like on a day off, you just like searched through Amazon and it just came up?
Well, I saw it on TikTok. I saw like people starting like their own businesses in candle making. I was like, oh, that's sick. Like if I get good at this, I could make my own business from this. So I was like, I might as well give it a go. I started doing it. I was like, I actually really enjoy this. But then I was like, then I got really into the idea of having it as a business, pitched it to like friends and family, and they were like,
Are you sure?
really? But
well, at least the mentality's there.
yeah, like I think, like without spoiling anything, like I do, at the end of the day, do want to have like my own business. So
just not too sure what it is yet. Or...
I have like an inkling of like what I want it to be, but it's more just I need to like climb the ladder before I get to the top. Like I want that experience behind me before I just jump into the deep end. Like it's all good and well jumping the deep end for some things, but when it's comes down to like a business, like you need the information,
the foundation, the structure.
Yeah,
definitely. What impact has modelling had on your life so far?
in what way?
We'll go. Maybe go. Well, if there is a negative, but we could go positive first. Like what positive impact, mentally, physically, all of the above, has it had on your life?
So I would say mentally it's made me stronger because again, like you're in an industry where it is just brutal, so you need to be like strong in yourself and know that it's not you, and you don't need to take it personally, it's just the industry. So it's definitely that, and like other people as well in the modelling, like I'd love to say everyone's a good person, but like there are bad people in the world, and sometimes like you're on shoots and people just are very I don't know, very like typical influencer. Do you know what I mean? Like without like I don't want to put like a bad name or thing on it, but there like some people are just like that. And that's not a bad thing because that's who they are. But for me personally, I don't vibe with that. So I'm not gonna give my energy or entertain that, because like why am I wasting my energy on something which doesn't need it? And it is hard though, because sometimes like it might just be you and someone else, and that other person could be like just not on your vibe, and like that whole day is effectively it's not ruined, but it's not as fun as it could be, because you're then like the point, like I love to go on shoots and just kind of talk to as many people as I want and get to know people, and because everyone to me is like in the creative sector, so I love to learn off others, and when there's someone like that who's just on their phone all day, just like not interacting with anyone, you're just like you want to go talk to them, but also at the same time you don't want to just say like hi and then they just like turn away from you, just like, okay, cool. But that was like effectively a positive and a negative in one, because from that you then kind of learn to adjust, and then you're then stronger in your mindset because you've come across someone like that. So next time you come across someone like that, you know how to deal with it.
What's it been like working with these big brands then? I don't know how much you can go into detail with, or how much you want to go into detail with, but like, for example, comparing what's it like working with ASOS to what's it like working with Fendi to what's it like working with Gymshark and JD and that sort of thing. Like, are there differences? Are there similarities?
So obviously you've got like commercial work, which is like very like social media, website stuff, campaign things. Like you've got like commercial is just very like media-y. So like for example, JD and ASOS, they're both fast fashion brands. You're like shooting maybe like for ASOS maybe like 45 clothes a day, like outfits a day. For JD maybe around like 30, 35. And some people think that like it's not hard work like putting on clothes, but like I'm telling you, like go shopping next time, pick up 35 outfits and go change. Like it's a workout.
Get sweaty.
Yeah.
Who is the favourite? Like, have you got a favourite that you've worked with that you'd love to work with again?
I don't think I have a favourite. I think it's more just like, I don't know, like it's more like the team. When I go somewhere, like it's a good team dynamic and everything. I'm going to enjoy the day more, but also when you're working for someone like ASOS, like they're literally known like worldwide. So obviously you want to get your face out there on their website, but sometimes you can't, and that's just how it is. But I think like I don't have like a favorite client. It's more just like sometimes the people that I work with are better than others.
What's your favourite thing to model? Is there something that you really want to push?
Yeah, like I think I prefer to do like the video over the stills, because like you get to show more of like your personality. Whereas like in a picture they're very like pose like this, do this, or try this, and you're kind of molded into someone which you might not necessarily be. Whereas like videos, sometimes if you're with the right client, then they'll just be like, just be yourself, and that's nice because you actually express who you are. And at the end of the day, like, that's kind of like that's good.
Yeah.
For like different clients as well, like they don't necessarily want you to express yourself.
Okay.
So that's when they'll be like, we want you to be like this or pose like this, or because you're in these clothes, you want you to represent what those clothes mean and like portray that to our customers.
Yeah.
So you've got to be creative in the way you think, but also it's nice when you have like a client who's like, yeah, just be yourself.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Have you struggled with it or?
In all honesty, probably yes. I think when you first start out, it's very. I feel like you've got to be strong-minded, otherwise it's not like you're gonna get slapped in the face and thrown on the floor. Like it's not okay. No one likes to be told no, basically, and like especially when it's to do with like your looks and the fact that you can't change that. That's hard because like nowadays, like a lot of people go get Botox and filler and shit because they're not happy with the way that they look. And for me personally, like I like, if you want to look like that, then great. Like it can look very subtle, which is like obviously great, but for me personally, I love like the natural look, and for me to get something like filler or Botox, like I wouldn't feel genuine. I wouldn't feel like me. So if someone said to me like, we just don't like the way that you look, like you're not right for this shoot, blah blah blah, but then pick someone who does look like me but just has like short hair, then like obviously I can go cut my hair as well, but I don't want to change myself just to fit someone else's brief. Like if someone likes me for who I am, that's so much better than changing yourself for someone else. Like that happens like relationships as well. Like you can't just change yourself to fit someone else's perspective of you or what they want you to be, because that's not fair. So I think definitely, yeah, like it has taken a toll on me, and like it still does. Like sometimes when I haven't got a job in like a month, I'm like why is no one picking me, like what's kind of wrong? But then like a job comes in and then I kind of regain that hope in a way. But now and again, like it does come back, but you just gotta like kind of reassure yourself that everything's fine, it's not you, it's the industry, blah 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 blah, and then you'll sail your way through. Yeah.
But at the start, how did you deal with the no's?
I don't even know. Like I think it was just like you just got to accept the fact that it's not right this time, but another time it will be. So you just got to kind of reassure yourself that like one, like because this shoot may not be for you, that doesn't mean like every other shoot in like the entirety of your life won't be for you, because it will. You just got to wait and be patient, and then your time like will come. But yeah, I also don't know if that's a bit naive of me, because sometimes like you can be like really like beautiful, you can be a really beautiful person, but sometimes like you might just not be like model material, and like I feel like sometimes like that, I've had that in my head before, as in like, I know I'm not ugly, but there are more beautiful people than me out there, and that's also another thing as well, because people get in their head that when you're a model, you're the most attractive person in the world. Like, no one's better than you, but like in reality, like there are gonna be more prettier than people than you, and you've got to accept that fact and move on with your life. But you've also got to understand that you've been chosen to model for a particular reason, so that's someone else having hope in you. So you've also got to have hope in yourself, because how would you expect others to see you like that if you can't see that yourself?
How does holidays work then? Because did you go to Milan? Was it Milan?
Yeah.
Did you go to Milan for a holiday or shoot?
Holiday. I don't know why I thought about that, but okay. Yeah, holiday.
So how does that work? Is it like a normal, cause obviously normal 9 to 5? Like, is it like I want to book this day off to this day off, or do you just say I'm going on holiday from this to this, so don't book me in for a shoot?
Yeah, pretty much. Like that second one. Like, you're basically, as a model, you're self-employed, so you can book however many days off you want, but obviously those days you're not obviously not be working, so you need to budget well as a model. I'm shit at budgeting, so I shouldn't really be in this industry. But yeah, so you need to kind of obviously, I don't know, schedule it well, and you got if you're on like 2 campaigns and those 2 campaigns pay you like 20,000, then you're fine for like half a year.
Yeah.
But like also at the end of the day, like you wanna kind of make as much money as you can, because then you have more freedom. So you just gotta balance it. Balance is key.
Balance is key. How do you balance? Like,
I don't.
You don't. That's what you're on about. Can't budget. Yeah. Have you got any holidays planned this year?
Not yet, no. But I'm quite spontaneous. Like, if I have the money, I'm quite spontaneous, because it's like because I think I'm just used to spontaneity. Spontaneity. That's it.
I think you said spontaneity.
Something like that.
Yeah, spontaneity. I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just used to that. That it's just like to go out of that routine is quite foreign to me now. So it's nice. So it just keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. Did that spontaneity just come because, like, it's just developed this, or were you always like that?
No, I think it's developed. Like, I think before I was quite I wouldn't say like closed to like, the idea, but I very liked a routine. Like I was one of those like if I didn't have a routine, like I wouldn't be okay. But now that like I'm kind of used to it, then it's not scary. But I think before, just because like I was used to waking up at 7, going to school, finishing at 3, having a nap, having dinner, doing homework, going to bed, because I was so used to doing that, then like you're just then programmed to live like that. But then when you're out of school, I think that's when you truly start to live, because then you get to experience like the outside world, you meet more people, you do new things, you go out your comfort zone. I think that's like the most important thing. Like, if you want to grow as a person, you need to get out your comfort zone. If something scares you, then great, that's good, because you go do that, go jump in the deep end.
Yeah. What advice would you give anyone, could be wanting to be a model, or just advice in general? What have you gone through that's helped you?
I think just take it as it comes. If you want something, go for it. If it's not for you now, it might be for you later, but rejection is redirection, basically. Like, if you get rejected from one thing, it doesn't mean you can't do anything like that again, but that just might not be for you. You can't go chasing that one job and change yourself, because that's like there's gonna be plenty others that you don't have to. Be yourself. Don't change yourself for someone else. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
And that's the quote.
That's the quote.
Exactly.
And trust the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you trusting the process right now?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Because if you deep things too much in life. You're putting your mind to something which you don't need to put your mind to, where you could put your mind to something better and grow yourself and progress in life. And just have fun with life. Honestly, like, it's like everyone's life is gonna be different, but and like at the end of the day, like, you're the only person there who's gonna stay throughout the rest of your life. So you've got to be there for you no matter what. And obviously you're gonna have friends, you're gonna have family, but like you never actually truly know who's supporting you and who's not. So you've also got to be down for yourself. You've got to be fully 100% in it. Obviously you're not gonna be 100% in it 100% of the time, but that doesn't matter because you can't, like, you need those days where like you're 50% or you're 25%, or you want to just stay in bed and watch movies all day. You need them days because you need the balance as well. So yeah,
Thank you for coming on, and I appreciate it.
thank you for having me.
No worries. Peace out, motherfuckers. Thank you very much.
Like, if I was to meet like small friends, like, I don't know if they'd say like, oh, you've changed a lot, but I'd hope they would, because I think I put a lot of energy into making myself a better person.
A lot of people do see it, because when I talk to people, obviously, about who I'm having on the podcast, and they're like, oh, she's doing modelling now, isn't she? She's doing really well. And like, everyone's like, oh, she's probably one of the most successful people from our year group. Yeah, like I'm not even joking. You are doing very well.
Thanks.
You probably still don't have a quote, do you?
Oh shit, no. I'll just use if it's one of it.
Yeah.
Better.
There we go. That's the answer.
Okay, I don't know how. Remind me how I said that.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Don't even know. No, it's the advice.
So if you apply that to modelling, what fucking hell was I saying? I think it's like fashion buying or something. It's like buying fashion. I don't know.